Hi everybody, welcome to Marc with a C Unboxes. This is probably in the top 10 of the most excited I've ever been to open records for you, because in these boxes are reissues, 2017 reissues, and in some case a new compilation by the group Helium. Helium is one of my all-time faves. They were a group that was active in the 1990s, fronted by Mary Timony, who happens to be pretty much my favorite guitarist that ever walked the planet, one of my favorite vocalists that ever walked the planet, and one of my favorite songwriters. And Helium was active right before the internet was kind of at everybody's fingertips. So it was hard for people to find out about Helium. There wasn't a lot of widespread buzz about them, unless you were in the big cities that had a thriving indie heart. But the folks that did hear Helium went, oh my god, this is the sound I've been looking for, this is for me, and they had a cult following. And everybody who loved them thought that, they were the only ones who got them. If you take a look around, you'll see that the folks that really are into Mary Timony and what she does, they mostly all date back from Helium. They never wavered. I think Helium was just a little bit ahead of their time, and had they had the ability to utilize Web 2.0, I think that they probably would have been shot into that echelon of, I'm just going to say it, they could have been a Neutral Milk Hotel, that kind of cult following, but they were just a little bit too ahead of their time. So, what we've got right here is Matador decided, you know what, it's unfair that those albums are out of print, and I agreed. Matador has decided to put out pretty much, not everything, but a good chunk of the Helium discography. So I'm going to start with some of the more straight reissues, and then we'll get to the big finish, the one that I know everybody is most excited to see. So the first one I'm going to open. Oh man, cool, check it out. In the box, I got a rad Helium tote bag. I am very excited. That's what you get for ordering early, apparently. I can put things in it and show people that I'm into a group named Helium. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to open is The Dirt of Luck. This was the 1995 album where, okay, how do I put this? Every single time Helium did anything, those devoted fans would go back to the old stuff. So prior to this, they'd done an EP called Pirate Prude. It was slow, it was sludgy. Mary's voice almost seemed like the music and the voice didn't quite match up, and they seemed like they were sometimes playing at the wrong speed. But this record was different, a lot more trebly. The songs were a little shorter, a little more tightly contained, and I know that at the time people were going, hey, go back to Pirate Prude. And then when they moved on to other things, they would go, no, go back to Dirt of Luck. Like, there was just no pleasing anybody. But Dirt of Luck is a Stone classic, it's a Stone noise classic, and I am excited to see what the remastered version is like, because I think they were all approved by Mary herself, and Mary's got quite the ear. So checking it out. That's the back cover, looking much like I remember it. Now I've already got the original pressings of these, but hey, if it's going to be an improvement, really if it's Helium, I'm just collector scum, I gotta have it all. That was the inside, and let's take a look at the LP itself. This looks really identical, just completely identical to the original pressing that I've got, which is nice. So mine is actually a little water damaged. I've had it since it came out, and it survived a couple of moves and a whole bunch of stuff. Now the next one is what would turn out to be the final Helium record, but they've done an interesting thing with this, and that there was an EP between Dirt of Luck and this album, The Magic City, called No Guitars. And it was really sort of like setting you up for what was going to come on Magic City, where they were going to strip away a lot of the grime, a lot of the distortion. And they've redone it so that this package has merged No Guitars and The Magic City. So even if you have The Magic City, you don't really have the new final word on Magic City. I've said Magic City a lot, let's just open the damn record already. So this was initially what kicked me into ordering all of the reissues, because I was like, oh, well, now there's technically a Helium album I don't have. I've got to go ahead and order it, and that's when I realized I was such collector scum. That's the back cover, and as you can see, they put the No Guitars EP starting right after Walk Away. So Magic City no longer ends with Walk Away. Now I'm trying to imagine how those things would flow. I guess I'll just have to listen to find out. That's the beautiful gatefold. Check that out. And I remember I wasn't actually a huge vinyl hound when the Magic City came out. My feeling was that there was a booklet that came with the Magic City and it had this really cool watercolor art, and I thought, well, maybe if I order the LP it'll come with like a Bitch and Gatefold or a big version of that book, and it didn't. It actually came with the CD booklet just wedged in the sleeve. But you can actually blame Helium for kind of getting me started on continuously collecting records and not just picking up things that I saw at yard sales. Helium's records are what made me think of vinyl as a going concern. So pretty influential on my life, and not just for the music that they made. So side one, it's actually billed now to Helium's The Magic City and No Guitars. So there's just straight up black, that's LP1, and let's see, LP2. I'm wondering if there's a side break where you just hear No Guitars all in one shot. Yes, that's exactly what they did. So side 3 ends where Magic City ended, and now No Guitars is just its own vinyl side. The original vinyl edition of No Guitars, it was just 6 songs, but it was spread out over a 12-inch, and it sounded very, very nice. But let's see what the new mastering is all about. I'm very excited. Now, in this box, what we've got is sort of an odds and ends compilation, and this is the one that I know a lot of Helium fans were most excited for. It's called Ends with And. Now, what they've done here is they've put B-sides and a good chunk of the Pirate Prude EP, not all of it, which I'm a little perplexed by, and some things that only ever appeared on 7 inches and compilations. They put them all together on one home. Now, it was always my hope that someone like Numero Group would pick up the Helium catalog and give it a good reappraisal and do just some amazing compilation that sort of brought in those stray single songs with choice album tracks and made people give them a real reevaluation. That's not what happened, but I'm glad that Matador went, no, you know what, these records all kind of need to be heard as a piece. I'm not totally sure why they decided to break up Pirate Prude, though. I did ask Mary Timony on Twitter, hey, 2 songs are missing from Pirate Prude on the Ends with And compilation. What up with that? And Mary gets tons of tweets sent to her all day, every day. But she actually took the time out to respond, and she went, oh, they're the bonus downloadable tracks. And that's when I found out, wait a second, when you buy Ends with And, you get more bonus tracks that aren't even on the LP. So you can just color me freaking excited right now. Here it is, Ends with And. That is one bright, textured cover right there. Not textured as in feel, but you get what I mean. And here's the back cover with all those, it opens with 4 tracks from the 6 or 7 track Pirate Prude EP. Stuff that was only on singles like Lucy, Termite Tree, Hole in the Ground, Magic Box from a compilation. Or maybe that was on a soundtrack. Was that on the soundtrack to Half Cocked? The B-sides from the Super Bowl era, some demos like Ghost Car, which was the B-side of Pat's Trick. I'm just showing off my Helium nerdery right now, but let's do what we came to do. Let's open this sucker up and take a look. I am so excited that I finally have new old Helium in my hands. Just that there's new Helium product in the year 2017 makes me so thrilled. What a time to be alive. You open it up and there's some Helium ephemera. I'm assuming that's one of Mary's old guitar pedals. Some of the notebooks that had housed the Helium lyrics. There's the original lyric sheet right there for Lady of the Fire. This is very cool. Looks like they really went through some cassettes to decide what they were going to include. Like this one says jam/4-track. It doesn't appear that anything that deep was collected for this, but who knows? Maybe in the bonus tracks there'll be something like that. And this one, Mary Helium Roughs. There's a bunch of really rough stuff out there in bootleg form, and they're known as like the Little Girl Bird demos, and they're very formative. I think probably even before Helium was calling themselves Helium. This doesn't collect, to my knowledge, any of those things, but I'm excited to see what we've got. This is the sleeve with, oh man, this is so cool. This has like old interviews with Mary. So this is LP1, and it's on bright yellow vinyl. That looks very neat. Let's see LP2 and its sleeve. Some liner notes, kind of a biography of Helium, and that one's on blue vinyl. Man, I am so thrilled and so excited to hear this right now that I almost don't want to finish the video. I want to just go, talk to y'all later, I'm going to go play this Helium record. I don't think I've ever fanboyed out this much opening a record for you. I'm looking for the download code, and because I know there's supposed to be some extra stuff, and maybe I'll be able to tell you what it is. There it is, and okay, so I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to show you my code. Bonus downloads are going to be Walk Away, live 1995, then I'll Get You, I Mean It, which is from the Pirate Prude EP, then Lucky Charm, a demo of the song Lucky Charm, which appeared on the Super Bowl Plus EP, Ghost Car, this version of Ghost Car that you can download is the version that's on the Pat's Trick single. But apparently what we've got here, the Ghost Car demo, completely different recording. And finally, Green Chair live. Now this one I'm very, very excited for because in Helium's last run of shows, they had brought Kendall Mead aboard to play keyboards, and they had done Green Chair and another song that they had some new tracks that never got committed to wax, and it looks like we're actually going to get, like, literally new Helium that no one's ever heard. But I am a little bit perplexed that I'll Get You, I Mean It from the Pirate Prude EP is here, but they've actually completely left out a song. Well, there's a 30-second bit or so at the end of it that's like a marching band maybe, or just some kind of passing music. But track 2, called Wanna Be a Vampire 2, is missing. It's just not here. Maybe they don't think very highly of it. I don't know. Either way, I got new Helium. I got new Mary Timony. I am so thrilled right now. I hope that these look appealing to you, and if you've never tried out Helium, but you like stuff that's kind of off-kilter, I highly recommend. Well, they've never been more accessible. They've never been less expensive. Some of these older records went for quite a pretty penny recently, and now you can get them at just your local indie shop. So, check out Helium, check out your local shop, check me out being so excited that I don't even know how to wrap this up. I'm Marc with a C. I'm not even going to plug myself. I'm just going to go listen to this. See y'all later.